Crypto analyst Credible Crypto predicts a bullish move for Bitcoin, but warns that Ethereum may decline further. Is this the end of the altcoin season? Crypto analyst, Bitcoin to go bullish after dip, but ETH to decline further. Crypto markets are in a bearish mood today, with Bitcoin and Ethereum both down. But some altcoins like Bancor and Chainlink are showing bullish signs. What's driving these mixed signals? XRP whales have transferred 55 million XRP to exchanges. Is this a sign of a coming sell-off, or is there something else going on? Crypto analyst, Bitcoin is ready for a bullish move after recent dip. Crypto analyst Credible Crypto, closely followed by crypto investors, stated that Bitcoin BTC is ready for a rise after dropping below the $28,000 level. The analyst also issued a warning about the ETH BTC trading pair. Analyst answers the question, what's next for Bitcoin? Anonymous crypto analyst Credible Crypto expressed on his personal account on social media platform X that BTC is at a key support level and expects a reversal of the downward trend. In his comments about BTC, the analyst said, "Were you expecting a rise when the price was at its highest levels? Just as I mentioned a few days ago that I expected a short-term decline when the price was at its highest levels, now I'm saying it's almost time to return to a bull market. Considering that the equal bottoms are around $27,100, selling at these levels could be risky. If the price is above $24,800 on a higher time frame, it means that a long-term uptrend may begin." The analyst warned that Bitcoin may experience a quick pullback below the $27,000 level before moving upwards for its next bullish move. With the mid-range test around $26,700, it is quite likely that the target will be at least $27,100. When looking at a broader perspective, you can see that there is liquidity under a lot of selling pressure after accumulating above. At the same time, open interest, OI, is peaking, indicating the levels that point to the last 5 local tops. We are at a point where the direction is quite clear. The main question is how much we will decline. In order for the bullish outlook on a higher time frame to remain intact, the price must not fall below $24,800. Currently, we are retesting the mid-range, and if the price stays above this range, we may hit the bottom sooner. Otherwise, a quick pullback below $26,000 can provide an excellent low-risk and high-reward entry opportunity. Warning a further decline in ETH BTC trading pair, the analyst also examined Ethereum against Bitcoin ETH BTC and warned that it may further decline in the short term before the dominant downtrend turns into an uptrend. Since I shared this post where I predicted a decrease of more than 50% for ETH BTC, it has dropped about 30%. I know that many people see these levels as a bottom, but I think ETH BTC will further decline before Bitcoin's major upward movements occur. After this decline, there will be a significant melt up. While waiting for Bitcoin to start its journey, I believe ETH and other altcoins will have the opportunity to enjoy a bigger journey. Don't be afraid of this upcoming decline, consider it as an opportunity. Markets are riding on bear activity today, with the global market cap sitting 1.42% below its previous 24-hour mark, as the total cap still stands at $1.06 trillion as of press time. The Fear and Greed Index has dropped back to 42 as fear gets back into the markets. Bitcoin price analysis. Bitcoin BTC has started on bear activity today, as Bitcoin price stood at $26.8 thousand as of press time after recording a daily decrease of 0.82% and a weekly drop of 2.74%. As a result of the Bitcoin price, the token's trade volume rose by 7% during the same period and is presently at $12.3 billion. The Bollinger Bands are now slightly diverging, showing rising volatility levels on Bitcoin price as the Relative Strength Index, RSI, moves below the average line, showing bear effect on Bitcoin price. Ethereum price analysis. Ethereum ETH is riding on bull activity, as Ethereum price stood at $1,565 after recording a daily increase of 0.65%, as the weekly drop now stands at 4.44%. ETH's trade volume dropped by 13% during the same period and is presently at $4.8 billion. The Bollinger Bands are diverging, showing increasing volatility levels on Ethereum price. The Relative Strength Index, RSI, is moving below the average line, showing bear effects on Ethereum price. Bancor price analysis. Bancor BNT is also riding on bull activity, as Bancor price stood at $0.5164 after recording a daily increase of 3.25%, as the weekly rise now stands at 30.4%. BNT's trade volume jumped by 164% during the same period, and is presently at $91.1 million. The Bollinger Bands have wholly diverged, showing high volatility levels on Bancorp price. The Relative Strength Index, RSI, is moving above the average line, showing bull effects on Bancorp price. Chainlink price analysis. Chainlink, LINK, is also riding on bull activity, as Chainlink price stood at $7.36 after recording a daily increase of 2.13%, as the weekly drop now stands at 4.4%. Link's trade volume jumped by 4% during the same period and is presently at $193.9 million. The Bollinger Bands are converging, showing low volatility levels on Chainlink price. The Relative Strength Index, RSI, is moving below the average line, showing bear effects on Chainlink price. Maker price analysis. Maker, MKR, is also riding on bull activity as Maker price stood at $0.1397.31 after recording a daily increase of 1.54%, as the weekly drop now stands at 3.29%. MKR's trade volume dropped by 9% during the same period and is presently at $37.17 million. The Bollinger Bands are converging, showing dropping volatility levels on Maker price. The Relative Strength Index, RSI, is moving below the average line as bulls push for a crossover above the line with bearishness wearing off from Maker price. XRP whales transfer approximately 55 million XRP to exchanges. XRP, the fourth largest altcoin, has caught the attention of investors, especially with positive developments in the case filed by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. However, recent transactions made by crypto whales have raised concerns that could negatively affect XRP. Crypto whales transferring approximately 55 million XRP to two different crypto exchanges have sparked speculation among investors investigating the reasons behind these large transfers. Crypto whales transfer approximately 55 million XRP to exchanges. Whale tracking platform Whale Alert reported that these transfers took place and both transfers were made from anonymous wallet addresses to two major crypto exchanges. In the first transfer, 23.70 million XRP, over $11.50 million, was moved from an unknown wallet address to the crypto exchange Bitso. In another simultaneous transaction, approximately 31.2 million XRP, worth $15.15 million, was transferred from an anonymous wallet address to the Bitstamp exchange. Considering the recent drop in XRP's price and the significant drop last week, these large transfers have raised concerns among investors about their potential negative impact. There are speculations about whether these transactions were made for selling purposes or for another reason. In particular, the Bitstamp exchange is known as one of Ripple's ODL, on-demand liquidity, platforms that facilitate fund transfers using XRP. Therefore, these transfers may have been made to provide a significant amount of XRP required for ODL transactions. Current status of XRP price. XRP is currently trading at $0.4834 with a 0.41% decrease in the last 24 hours. During the same period, the trading volume decreased by 5.54% to $712.01 million, and the market capitalization decreased by 0.31% to $25.83 billion. Furthermore, XRP has experienced an approximately 8% decrease in price over the past 7 days. The recent XRP transfers have sparked debate in the crypto world and raised speculation about whether these transactions were made for a strategic purpose or influenced by other factors.